Curious about how to use AI for marketing? Here are the 5 things I'd do if I was to start over in marketing with the help of AI. First, I'll show you why not using AI could be a huge mistake going into 2025. This is only important though if you want to make more money without working all the time. Next, we'll dive into the specific ways AI marketing is changing the game and why it's crucial to get on board now. Then I'll share the major pitfalls marketers face when they ignore AI and how you can avoid them. Last but not least, I have a guide to help you use AI in your marketing today. The number one thing that I would do if I was using AI for my marketing today and I was just starting using AI is for my mindset. Now I know that probably sounds cliche, but it's the truth. The biggest obstacle for me personally is not creating content, it's not doing the things, it's not reaching out to people. It's the mindset blocks that keep me from doing those things. The actual act of creating content is not that hard. The actual act of sending somebody a message is not that hard. But actually building it up in yourself for you to be able to do that, that's where people get stuck. Use AI as a mindset coach to help you when you're feeling stuck. Here's a prompt that might help you do it. I need to do whatever you need to do, but I'm feeling stuck. I know that doing this task will help me grow my business, but for some reason, I can't quite seem to get myself to do it. I'm going to tell you about how I'm feeling and what I notice is coming up for me, and I want you to give me ideas on how I can overcome this. Next, I want you to give me steps and sub-steps to make this task as easy as possible and feel so simple, I'd be silly not to do it. By using this prompt, you'll have ChatGPT acting as your mindset coach and helping you overcome some of the procrastination that can happen when we're feeling overwhelmed or uncertain or having that imposter syndrome come on in. The second thing that I would do is use it for my content creation. Now, I don't recommend just saying, oh, create an email for me about this topic, because then it might sound like somebody else's. What I like to do instead is to give it a transcript. Over the past 2 years, I've been developing this specific way of creating content, and I can tell you without a doubt, this is the best way to do it. It takes a minimal amount of time, gives you the most content, and ensures that anything you're putting out there really feels like you and sounds like you. Here's the prompt you'll use. I'm going to give you my transcript and tell you about my audience. I want you to use this transcript to create an email. Here's an example of an email that I've sent that sounds like me. I want you to use the style and format to create a new email and the transcript for the content. By doing this, you'll be able to create your content faster, and after you created the email, then you can create other things too, like a blog post, Facebook post, Instagram script ideas, all from that one transcript. Typically, the transcripts I upload are anywhere from 4 to 8 minutes, so it doesn't even have to be very long. One 4 to 8 minute video can churn out content for 10 or more platforms. The next thing that I'd use AI for is replying to emails. Now, I know you might be saying, but Brittany, I need to reply to them myself. It needs to sound like me. It needs to be coming from my heart, and I get that, and you wouldn't expect somebody that's running a $1 million, multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company to reply to every email. It's just not realistic. If you want your business to grow, you're going to need some help sometimes. And that might mean hiring someone, but it could also mean using AI. My favorite way to use AI in this case is to set up a Zap using a tool called Zapier. You could also use a tool like Pabbly or Make. Anytime a new email comes in that meets certain requirements, you're going to have it sent to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will review that email, and then it's going to create a response for you. After that, it's actually going to create a draft reply in your inbox. And so once a day, you can go into your inbox, look at the draft replies, send, tweak if you want to, but by using AI in this way, we've gone from hours a day of emails to about 10 minutes. This can have a huge impact on how much time you have. But even more than that, I find that when I'm in my inbox, it really impacts my energy. People love what we do, but if you're like me, for every 100 people that are like, this is amazing, this changed my life, the one person that says, I didn't like this, or it didn't help me, and then you ask them why, and they're like, because I didn't use it. And you're like, oh, okay. But when that happens, even if it's not something that I've done or can even make better for them, it really drains my energy significantly. And so by using this, it helps take out some of that emotion and helps you have more energy and be in a better headspace to provide more value to the clients that you have who love working with you. Next, I would use it for project management. Sometimes when you have a lot on your plate, it's really hard to know where to start or what steps to take. In fact, you might even find yourself avoiding doing anything at all, and it's not because you're lazy. I mean, I don't really know many entrepreneurs who are very lazy, but I do know entrepreneurs who sometimes procrastinate because the task that they have ahead of them feels so big and so overwhelming. If that sounds like you might want to try this prompt. I want you to act like a project manager who also has experience as a life coach. I'm going to tell you about all the tasks that I need to have done, and I want you to help me identify what tasks I should do first and what the deadline should be. Then I want you to break the tasks into small bite-sized pieces, like steps or sub-steps, so I feel less overwhelmed. Then I want you to put all of this in a table with the deadlines so I know exactly what to take care of and when. If I get stuck on something, I'm going to let you know so that you can explain it to me. By using this prompt, you're going to have a project manager on your team who's told you what to do and when, and then you can even update in that chat, here's what I did, here's what I still need to do. Can you please adjust the deadlines based on what I've done? The next thing I'd use AI for is for my personal life. There are a lot of things going on in your business that you need AI for, but there's also things going on in your personal life too. For example, if there's a holiday coming up that you need to figure out recipes for, if there's somebody's birthday coming up and you're like, I don't know what to get them, I don't know what to do, it can help with that. In fact, I used AI to help me plan out my husband's Father's Day this year, and he said it was the best Father's Day ever. And I mean, how could it not? It was a Lord of the Rings day. But AI helped me plan it, it helped me figure out how to decorate our house for it, it helped me figure out the recipes so that it was authentic elven recipes. Even taking a picture of your fridge or your pantry and asking ChatGPT to help you figure out what to have for dinner that night saves you so much mental space and energy. And that certainly impacts how you can show up in your business too. You can also look at what's taking you a long time in your business and ask ChatGPT to help you reduce the time you're spending on that. I have learned through doing that there's a lot of things I put on my plate that don't actually need to be on my plate. So by doing this, I can hand it off to somebody else on our team, or I can just stop doing it because it's not effective for us. Sometimes the things that you had to do when you first started your business are not really helping you at the next level of your business. And finally, I'd use AI to help you identify opportunities in your business, places that you can be saving money, places you can be making more money, additional offers you might want to give, or even places in your onboarding process where you can talk about other offers that you already have. AI is starting to change things already. In fact, the other day, instead of looking something up on Google, I looked it up on ChatGPT. The world is changing, and the sooner you can get on the AI train, the better. It reminds me of when the internet first came out and there were people that were saying how silly it was to be using the internet and you can just use the encyclopedia or you could just use something else you already had. And now we think about the internet, and at least for me, I don't even give an encyclopedia the second thought. I go to dictionary.com to find a definition. I wouldn't go to an actual dictionary. As we're going into this era of AI and getting to the place where everyone's going to start using AI, you really want to think, how can I make the offers that I have invaluable? How can I help people do something easier, better, or faster? The more you can lean into how you're implementing things or helping other people implement, the easier this transition is going to be for you. The major pitfalls I see a lot of marketers making right now is saying, I'll get to AI eventually when it suits me, when I have more time. But as entrepreneurs, it's not often that we're going to have more time. I can't tell you how many things I've taken off my plate only to add more things on because they sound fun or exciting, or, it's a good idea, it's a good opportunity. And so even when I have had tons of extra time, I find myself adding new things in. So if you're like that, which I know a lot of entrepreneurs are, the chances of you having all this free time to sit down and really learn AI, it's not going to happen. There's not going to be this magical time one day, 3 months from now, where you suddenly have all this free time where you don't now. It's better for you to start implementing it into your daily life now versus finding yourself super behind a year from now. Now, speaking of getting started right away, if you're ready to start using AI and you're committed to that, just say ready in the comments below. I'm going to check back in on you in about a month and see how it's going. And speaking of that, you can actually start utilizing AI in your business right now with this free gift that I have for you. This is something that's taken me 5 years to create between my email marketing time, my time with AI, and I've created a lot of really specific prompts so you can really utilize all my marketing experience and pair it with AI. With the free AI to 10K workshop, you're going to be able to create your content for your next launch in the next 2 hours. My name is Brittany Long. Click the link that comes with this video to get my workshop AI to 10K for free today.